stuff's not easy for me, I promise you. But if you want to get outside the sort of the box, that's specifically the B.B. King part of the B.B. King box, then you want to get outside that and start stretching your hand out, start stretching your mind. I started with the Alan Holdsworth chord. Go check out my channel, Mike the Brain 5538 on YouTube. I've got many lessons ranging from guitar lessons 1.00. This is currently guitar lessons 1.29 you're watching. As I said, that's an Alan Holdsworth chord, and you can go name it once you find out what the intervals are involved are. If you call your root the E, you've got a C, a G, and a B note. You can define which is your root note and then work out what the intervals are and name the chord. Like there I played a root 6 jazz chord, and by that I mean it's root 6 because I'm coming off the E string. The C, the major 3rd interval, the perfect 5th, the G note, and then the major 7th, the B there. There's the C. C major 7th in all its glory. Now, it's not that easy for me to finger these chords, but I started researching it just this morning. And then this beautiful one here, I think it's B minor 7th, B half diminished. And then the one I love, which I did learn, that's a D diminished. There's your D, there's your flat 5th, your dominant or flat 7th is that interval there, and then the F is the minor 3rd interval. If you don't know what I'm doing, then so there's a science behind this, and I want you to get to know it and have so much fun, because you're training your brain here, not only your hand, you're training your brain. It's very stimulating. And then the D half diminished. Now you've got to love that change. And then I came up with this, and I can go name it when I work out the intervals, but it's like a line cliche. You know, it's beautiful. Ending on C major there. Check it out, because if you want to get outside your sort of, or what we call the box, you want to get out the box, get into this stuff. You know, I said when I was 15 years old, when my friend lent me this book, Joe Pass book, one night, and I had a little torch under the blankets because his mother and father said to us, you've got to go to bed early on a Friday night because of the way their family was run. But I'll never forget when I played it on his acoustic guitar. That beautiful sound it made. He couldn't play guitar, but he had a guitar. But I loved that sound, and I said to my friends, who I formed a band, well, I joined their band later that year, that one day I'm going to play jazz, inspired by that D diminished chord. I never was able to use it, but I promised them, and I still am promising them, that I will one day play some jazz chords or some jazz music. So here I am, trying to get my hands to do something different. And here I'm going to play you a D major 7th chord. It's a root 6 chord because it's coming off the A string, and in jazz that's referred to as a root 5 chord, and that's a root 6 jazz chord because it's coming off the E string, the 6th string, and that one's coming off the 5th string. It's a root 5 because the A string, and so there I did the D major 7th, dominant 7th, because I'm allowing the C sharp to go to C. Now C is a whole tone or 2 frets below the root, the D, which makes it dominant or flat 7th. Major. And the Doobie Brothers chord, for those of you old enough to remember. Okay, so that's the D minor 7th. And then from there we move to the diminished. You get this line cliche, D half diminished, and then, you know, the other thing is you can consider playing ninth chords like what's his name, Andy Summers of the Police. Sorry, I didn't practice this, but I thought I'll just chuck it in, because it certainly takes you outside this. There's nothing wrong there. But for us rock and blues self-trained players, these sort of chords don't come always as easy as you think they do. I only started with these things this morning, but I'm getting it slowly and I'm enjoying it. This one I was used to. Dominic Miller with Sting collaboration, something about my heart, strings to my heart or something, you know, the D6 interval. You've got to love these sounds, and if you want to compose some songs like I love to do, but I don't often use these chords, I really want to start getting my hands to do it. I also like doing some fusion stuff like the legendary Scott Henderson lick. Pathetic, I know, but you know, when you do it properly and you put some gain on or distortion, making a fool of myself here, but you know, it's taking you outside your traditional sort of Chuck Berry licks, you know, because otherwise we tend to get stuck in that box, you know. So on my channel, I'm teaching you a lot about 3 notes per string pentatonics and about outside sounding lick. You know, it's whole tone intervals. I'm just trying to whet your appetite for something different, because you can use these things. You're following? I'm thinking you recognize these riffs of Andy Summers, but it's ninth chords, as I said. That's referred to as a ninth chord. You know, it's outside the traditional box. Now, admitted, full compliments to Andy for bringing that sort of stuff into the vocabulary of modern music. You know, the new wave, punk, sort of whatever you want to classify it as. But it just consists of 2 perfect fifth intervals, effectively A to E and E to B. It's a perfect fifth interval part. As I said, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go check my channels about intervals. You need to understand these building blocks, and you need to understand minor pentatonic and major pentatonic, especially minor pentatonic, 3 notes per string, where you can play a, that's an A major chord. That in turn is a C sharp. C sharp minor, and this C minor. You recognize where it's coming from. It's coming out of C sharp, just to play true to the record. C sharp minor augmented, which means the 5th note is raised. So you actually begin to know what you're doing, and I taught you about I'll teach you about arpeggios. A major and A minor. arpeggios, broken up chords. But that's where it's coming from. And I've got lessons on all these things, and I'm just trying to, as I say, whet your appetite to get involved. Because it's fun. So that's it for today. I hope I've given you some information, because what we're about brain training on this channel and having fun. Pathetic, but I did tell you it's not easy for me. And if it's easy for you, congratulations. And if you can do these things, but you don't know what you're doing, my channel's about trying to tell you what to do. Even though I can't do it so good, I know what I'm doing. And you'll be a lot more effective when you know what you're doing. Good luck.